We'll look deep in the past to see what we see and find another film with an anniversary. It's now 40 years old, it's 40 years young. We've got to celebrate it and have lots of fun. John's excited to watch it, can't hope for a thrill. We just gotta review it because if not us, who will?
Happy holidays, everybody. We're continuing our countdown. It's not really a countdown, really. It's a celebration of movies that were released in 1985, 40 years ago. Today, we've got Spies Like Us. I'm Kyle Pierson.
And I am John Horton. And I am actually going to open the door here for Kyle to talk even more because he is such a huge fan of Spies Like Us, and I am not so much a fan of it. It's an all right flick, but I'm going to let Kyle go ahead and tell you about the movie and give you his thoughts right off the bat, and I'll throw in some little jazz here and there, and then I'll give you my thoughts, and then we'll move on. We're not even going to do a top 10 list for this one. And I said I was going to let Kyle talk, and I'm just going on and on and on. Kyle, take it away.
You know what?
What?
I think you should do the Countdown to Anaconda. Since I'm going to do Spies Like Us, you do the Countdown to Anaconda.
Fuck? You can kiss my ass. I'm not doing no Anaconda bullshit.
Who's in Anaconda?
I'm not
When's
doing
it
no
coming
Anaconda
out?
shit.
When's it coming out?
I don't even know when this video's fucking coming out.
Anaconda this Christmas. All right.
Well, that much I know.
But you didn't say anything. I opened it up to you.
Well, I thought you wanted to know like how many days it was until it opened up.
No, I just wanted you to say what I normally say. Jack Black.
Oh.
Would you like to do that? Should
No,
I
I
bring
don't
it back?
think I would.
The Countdown to Anaconda starring
Jack Black and Paul Rudd in the adventure of a lifetime when they go into the jungle rainforest to film their favorite childhood movie, Anaconda, but they can't because of the crocodile.
The fuck is wrong with you?
I don't know where a crocodile came from because the anaconda gets killed. Now they must search for the main ingredient to their remake to Anaconda. They need to find a new fucking snake. Coming this Christmas, join in the hilarity and the nonsensicalness of Anaconda starring Jack Black and Paul Rudd.
Other than the crocodile part or alligator.
I have no idea. I don't know why that popped up.
It's its own movie. That's the one you and I will remake.
Crocodile, Lake Placid.
Crocodile. Yeah, we'll do the other one.
Sounds
and
good.
then we'll get to be in the franchise, and then when the two movies come back together again, you and Jack Black together.
Fuck that. Fuck that. I'm definitely not getting a t-shirt.
You hang out with Paul Rudd, I'll hang out with Jack Black. We'll be fine.
That'll work.
I love Jack Black. I want to go up against him and Nacho Libre too. Spies Like Us, ladies and gentlemen. 40 years ago, this film came out starring two SNL alums, Chevy Chase, Dan Aykroyd. Supposed to have Jim Belushi in it, which would have been a top 10 things.
John Belushi.
What did I say?
You said Jim Belushi.
I said Jim. No, John Belushi, of course. John died and screwed up Spies Like Us and Ghostbusters. So all the casting changed on Dan Aykroyd's film. But this is one of my favorite films. This is when I think of when I was a kid, actually, Dan Aykroyd for a while was my favorite actor because I really liked Blues Brothers. I like Ghostbusters. I like Spies Like Us. I really like Chevy Chase. Everybody always talks about, the vacation films and Fletch and all those for Chevy Chase. But if you're a fan of either of these two gentlemen, this is a movie that you definitely need to see. It's about two GLG 20s. They work for the government and they are on a mission, but they don't know what the mission is. And the reason for that is because they are decoys. They are being set up to distract from the actual team that is going out and doing whatever their mission is that you'll find out in the film. This is a film that I laugh at from beginning to end. There's a lot of different jokes in it. It's very quotable. It's got a great song, got a couple great songs. It's got Soulfinger from the Barcades, and it's got Paul McCartney's Spies Like Us, who I was very disappointed because when I saw Paul McCartney live just a couple weeks ago, he did not sing Spies Like Us. I don't think it was one of his biggest hits, but I really, really like the song. I even had the 12-inch single that had like 4 or 5 versions on it, and I loved them
Good
all.
God. Did you know that Spies Like Us, the song, is not even on any of his best of releases?
Really?
Really?
I wonder if it's because maybe it was owned by a different company, so he couldn't. There might be another reason other than it's not one of his biggest hits. But you don't hear it on the radio, I guess. I don't know if I've ever heard Spies Like Us on the radio since the movie came out. Maybe once. I think maybe once I heard it on Sirius XM. But either way,
It was on MTV.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
That's about it.
And then the video's got some cameos in it, just like Ghostbusters did. It also features Dan Aykroyd's wife, Donna Dixon. She is in the film in a scene where Chevy Chase grabs her breasts. So that's an interesting tidbit of information in there. Bob Hope makes a quick little cameo in the film as well. And Ronald Reagan, he's in it on television. He's not acting in it. He's acting in something else that they're watching at the time.
Denzel moment.
Yes. Another inside joke. That's going to be an issue. But Spies Like Us, I really, really enjoyed it. I watch it every few years. And in fact, while we were talking about bringing this one up, this is one I actually wanted to see again because I really enjoy it. And this is, oddly enough, this is one that would be so easy to make a sequel to, because like it would be one where you just throw a 2 on it with a completely different cast of characters. Because the premise is just them, it could be anybody being decoys, going through training, and then potentially, you're trying to avoid getting killed. And, every few years you could grab another couple people from Saturday Night Live and stick them in, have a Will Ferrell or, who the hell ever, and just make Spies Like Us 2, 3, 4, 5, even if they do not connect to the previous one. And that was something at the time I thought they were going to do when they started doing straight to video sequels. I'm like, we're going to see a bunch of Spies Like Us films that are going to have, the quality of actors is going to start to decrease over time. But I think this is one that would be due for a reboot. With some new blood behind it, and you could still have them do cameos in it possibly as well. So I really, really liked Spies Like Us. I highly recommend Spies Like Us. John, tell me why you don't like it, and then go fuck yourself.
I didn't say I didn't like it. I didn't like it. I'm not a big fan of it. Chevy Chase is way too over the top. I mean, it was a huge turnoff when they're taking the test. His whole
I love that scene.
He started off funny with the eye patch and the mouth, but then when he's doing all the theatrics, I'm just like, oh my God, stop.
So funny. I loved it.
That's right at the beginning.
Yeah. That's what sucks you in.
No,
this is hardcore comedy here.
That pushed me away. I didn't like that scene. And there's some funny stuff in it. I like their training. See, like when they get to the training camp and they're attacked by ninjas, I'm not quite. That's not the kind of comedy I can really get behind. Like Chevy Chase's reactions to it. He just annoyed me in this movie.
It's a dick fur.
I tell you what didn't annoy me in this movie. That Russian girl coming out of the tent. That didn't annoy me.
Yeah, I posted the video because it was the 40th anniversary of the video, and that's the damn still. So I probably got a bunch of views, but I'm sitting there and that's on my page, and I'm like, this doesn't look like what I was intending. People go like, why are you posting that? We're like, oh well, it is what it is. But yeah.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. The doctor scene, that was fucking funny.
Oh yeah, I love that. I was gonna. That was one of the things I was gonna do. If we are gonna do a list of 10, I was gonna count and see how many times they say the word doctor. 41?
6 times.
Oh, 46.
That's what I've read. I didn't count it myself, but supposedly 46 times.
I believe it.
And what's funny, did you know that one of the doctors in that scene, what, here we go. Did you know that?
See, there's still some.
One of the doctors in that scene was Terry Gilliam from Monty Python.
Oh, was he?
Yep. And Sam Raimi's in there too.
Sam Raimi is in there?
Not as a doctor. He's the gate guard at the I think at the drive-in.
Really?
Yep.
Well, I remember the guy who says, "Won't you gentlemen have a Pepsi?"
Oh, yeah, no, not him.
Yeah.
He's the one outside at the gatehouse. Did you hear that Raimi is choom off topic? Did you hear Raimi is doing a remake of Magic with the original had Anthony Perkins in it?
He's the one doing that? Yeah, I heard
Yeah.
there was one coming. I didn't know he was the one.
Yeah, I was very unhappy to hear that shit.
Get him on here.
But back to Spies Like Us. Yeah. I don't know. I was surprised that here's one of the interesting things that you did not know. Maybe you knew. You probably knew, but nobody else did. Did you know the original ending? They were going to have the planet destroyed.
I heard that. I'm not entirely convinced that's the case, but maybe it was. I mean, that might have been the big joke at the end, but I'm like,
that's kind of, and I read it in a couple places. I'm just like, that's kind of dumb. How can that be funny?
Well, it wouldn't. Aykroyd does kind of go all out because the original Ghostbusters script, it's interdimensional, and it's they're not even on Earth. I think they're in some weird universe, and I'm not even sure it's people that are the Ghostbusters. I mean, it was really out there, and Harold Ramis is the one that said no.
Let's reel it back in.
Yeah, you can still go after ghosts. That's fine. That'll be the paranormal part, but the rest of it's going to be humans. And by the way, I'm going to be a Ghostbuster. So
I'm not sure I could see this movie here with Belushi replacing Aykroyd or Chase. Even though I didn't like Chase's character, I don't think it would have been really weird with Belushi in it.
I think it'd be vastly different because Belushi is really outgoing in one direction and Chevy Chase is outgoing in another direction.
Right.
So it would be it probably would still be a really good movie, just a very different movie.
If you had $5 million to remake Spies Like Us, who would you cast?
Who would I cast?
Yeah.
That's a good question. I think I would mix it up and have a male, female, kind of like the actual spies.
Right. Like Men in Black.
Yeah. So there's something, yeah, because I think it gives you something else to spin off of, maybe. Because you can go some places that we couldn't go with these two guys. Yeah. So I think maybe I would do that. I mentioned Will Ferrell. Will Ferrell is one of those guys that his movies can go one way or the other.
Right, they're hit or miss.
They are really hit or miss because there's a couple of them that I absolutely love, and a couple of them like, oh my god, it's what the hell were you're thinking? So yeah, it would be challenging. I think a Kate McKinnon might be funny. I I don't know. I mean, she'd also be hesitant to do another remake after Ghostbusters.
Right.
Uh, um, so yeah, I'm not, or McCarthy. I don't know. Because one thing I always thought would be interesting was Smokey and the Bandit. And I'm like, how would you recast Smokey and the Bandit? And first of all, somebody, John Schneider basically did it. He made it's almost, it looks like it's scene for scene remake of Smokey and the Bandit. He calls it an homage to Smokey and the Bandit, but the freaking thing is a remake of Smokey and the Bandit. And but I had because I was thinking like, okay, who else can just sit there and swear really well like Buford T. Justice? And Melissa McCarthy was the only one that I can remember in a movie, because in Heat, she's got this scene where she's trying to get through the window of the cop car, and she is just swearing and swearing and swearing. And I'm like, okay, I could see her almost being like a different take on Buford T. Justice. And I'm like, well, then who's going to be the bandit? And I was kind of thinking McConaughey, like somebody who's still sleek, who could look good with a hat on, has got a sense of humor, looks good. Like, okay, that might be an interesting, dynamic.
That
But
would
it's
be.
again, it's it would either be really cool, or you just come up with a different concept entirely and just have those two people play similar parts, so you're not screwing with Smokey and the Bandit.
Right.
Because yeah, remaking Smokey and the Bandit, the only way you could get away with it now is the fact that it had two sequels that were very unsuccessful to begin with. So that kind of, I guess, made it a little bit less detrimental. But yeah, Spies Like Us, yeah. If I did it, I think I would do a man woman, just because I think there's some comedy that can be had, and then also maybe like some spy stuff that they could do. If they're trying to hide, they can go as a couple, and they can try to do some funny stuff. Where they couldn't do it as two guys, or they could pretend like they're a gay couple, and that could also be funny.
That could be.
There's something there too.
Anna Faris and Jack Black. Guarantee I won't see that movie. You can do another fucking countdown for Spies Like Them.
Spies Like Them. There you go.
That'd be an interesting take.
There you go. Spies Like Them. Yeah, I don't know who I would do, because Will Ferrell just came to my mind, but because at the time I was thinking SNL people. I'm like, who from Saturday Night Live could do it? And it wouldn't necessarily be anybody from the current cast, but in the last few years.
You know what? If you had to recast Chevy Chase in Spies Like Us, if you're doing a remake and you're recast, don't worry about the age, because I'm not sure if he's young enough to play the part anymore. But fucking Dennis Miller would do good in the Chevy Chase role.
Dennis Miller?
Yeah, with his sarcasm.
Well, that's true.
And I mean, think about him in Bordello of Blood, how snarky he is.
Yeah.
I just watched Bordello of Blood recently, and he was great in that movie.
Yeah, I remember liking Bordello of Blood. I think I've liked all the.
Yeah. I'm going to hazard a guess, speaking of loving, I'm going to hazard a guess that you love Smokey and the Bandit.
I liked the first one. I really like. I like Smokey and the Bandit. The second one I don't like. It's too depressing.
Yeah, it is.
Or, so it's he's pissed the whole damn movie. Like, where's the fun of this? It's just, we're arguing about this, we're upset about that. The only part of that movie I like at all is the bloopers at the end. That is it. Yeah. And when the third one came out and people didn't like it, I'm like, well, it seems like it's a notch up just because you're getting more Jackie Gleason in it. And him retired, he's picking up seashells, so he picks up dog poop. Just just little things like that. I'm like, okay, this one is a better movie for me. What was the third one? Even how are you coming on getting Colleen Camp on the show? Have you called her yet?
No, I have not.
Oh, well,
she's on my appointment book though.
All right. I don't know who else to call. But I want a copy of Smokey is the Bandit on my desk by Tuesday. Where are we on Spies, I guess? Have we wrapped it up?
I think so. I think I said my piece.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is our take on Spies Like Us. Catch us again when we'll talk about Clue, Jewel of the Nile. Who knows what's coming up? Not sure what order all these are all going to fall in, but make sure you smash that like button, you pour gravy on your biscuits or whatever the hell you put in the credits of the last one. And we'll
Toss
see
up
you.
your cranberries.
For John Horton, I'm Kyle Pierson. Thanks for watching In the Spotlight.
Ta-da!